Hi, good evening. I'm Keisha Russel Greaves. I've had keratoconus from the time I was 17. I'm 36 now. August this year, we made 20 years of being living with the disease. Everything that he said, I smile because I've been through all of that and more. I think the most frustrating thing with this disease is that simple things we take for granted. When you wear RGPs, you have to think twice about doing. Going swimming. I went to New York with my kids 2 years ago, and something as simple as going on a ride, the lens blew right out my eye. So it was like, okay, I always travel with an extra in my bag. So I had one to put back in, as he said. But it's simple things like that you can't take for granted. I went to school sports with one of my daughters already, and jumping up, the lens dropped out, but it dropped down in my shirt into my breast. So I was able to find it. So I mean, like, simple things you cannot take for granted. I wear my sunglasses all the time. People think that is because, oh, you hide them, but they don't understand that the light is a problem. I just had a transplant with Dr. Barker last April. We're working on this left eye. Because I had an acute eye drops in 2008, that's where the membrane actually ruptures and the eye becomes white, as he had showed earlier today. And because of that problem, this eye has drifted out because the vision has always been a challenge. So we're working on bringing it back around and getting some vision in it. So I had the surgery in April 18th last year. I went back, I saw him a couple weeks ago. So we are working on bringing back the vision in this eye because I had very bad scarring. So I could not wear a lens in this eye. I wear one lens, the right eye. I got 20/20 vision with the right eye, with the RGP. I did piggybacking for a few months, and I hated it because the soft lens, the hard lens would slide off. So it was like, okay, this isn't working. When I started to wear the hard lenses at about 25, it took me a year and 6 months to get accustomed to getting the lens in. So I'm getting ready for work on mornings. I had to get up really early and spend about 45 minutes trying to get this thing in my eye. By the time I finished, I'm all teary-eyed and frazzled, like, oh my goodness. But you know what? That's a part of living with this disease. But I've grown accustomed, and as he said, it's like a pop in and go. I can manage it now. I'm just hoping and praying that we get enough vision in this eye that I can have my second surgery to bring the eye back around. Then we can get to a lens. Because right now I basically function with good vision in one eye wearing the RGP. It could be worse. As I tell people when they meet fellow sufferers, we are not blind. But it is challenging being able to see because without the lens, it's like everything is a blur. You can't see anything. So simple things like even giving birth to a baby in the hospital, you're like, oh God, let me put in my lens before you go. Because it's like you're going to give birth, you got to make sure the lens in, make sure you have a spare, that anything happen. And I've experienced this with my daughters. I have 3 girls. And then my husband was like, you got the extra lens in the bag? Because it's like, I'm serious. And, you know, you're there. And the lens pop out, you push it, the lens pop out, you imagine that? And it's like, oh my God. So, this thing is a serious thing. And my husband is like, all right, I got it. So, you know, my children are so accustomed to looking for this thing when it comes out my eye. My oldest daughter is like, all right, nobody don't move. And she would come and she looking and she's like, all right, mommy, I find it. So it's like, my entire family have gotten them to the point that the support is great. And you need a support system with keratoconus because people really don't understand how difficult this thing is. You're 17. I was 17 when it was first diagnosed, and I know how you feel. At that time, I was living with Granny, and I went to St. Vincent Scott. It was difficult having to change glasses every year. But then obviously when you started working, you could help yourself. And I know how hard it is. I'll talk to you after. I'll try to assist you as well. Because you need the support. Financially, it is very challenging. Dr. Barker can tell you that when it was time for me to get my surgery, my insurance company said they would cover nothing. So I had to finance my surgery myself. He's good, I must say. But it is costly. You wear glasses in the beginning. In 8 months, you realize, well, I can't see anything in these things. You go back, the prescription has changed. You wear those glasses for another year, change, and then you get to the point where glasses no longer work. You go to the lenses. You realize I had a point in my life where I had to change my lenses every 8 to 9 months, but now I've stabilized to the point that I can wear my lens for at least goes to 2 years. This year it's time for a change, but we're going to try out these scleral lenses because this is RGP I'm wearing. I did the piggybacking before, so I'm going to try out the scleral lens with Dr. Barker and see how that goes. I guess that I don't worry about it too much because I get 20/20 vision with the eye, so I kind of work with that. But as my fellow educator said, it's challenging when you're a teacher and you have to, and I'm an English teacher, you have to read, you have to prepare. So you wear your lens for at least 20 hours in a day, 18 hours sometimes. So when the eyes get tired, you find that it's difficult, it's challenging, but you have to press on. I was very excited when I found out about Keratoconus Barbatus. Dwayne and I always keep in constant contact. And I said I had to be here, one of the first people here today, because I always wondered why we never had a support base to raise awareness. Because in recent times, as you said, find that children are always rubbing the allergies, and then when you encourage parents to take them to be tested, you find out that some of them have early onset keratoconus. As a child, I remember having very bad allergies and rubbing a lot, so I know that for me, that's probably where mine originated. There's nobody else in my family with keratoconus, so that's where I link mine. But I just wanted to say that I'm glad to have fellow sufferers here in the room. I'm glad that we're raising awareness, and whatever it takes, I'm there. I'll be there always because this is necessary, and I'm glad that we're all here today.
Give us your name again.
Keisha Russel Greaves.
Thank you so much, Keisha. Excellent.